Hello, Virgo. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and this is your October 2024 energy forecast. So the first thing that I want to say is that I kind of feel that someone is going to try to offer you something in the month of October that you're not quite sure that you want to take, because you may be a little skeptical of their motives, if that makes sense. So it's like if someone is offering you money, if someone is offering you a trip, if someone is offering you a more abundant and financial opportunity, you may be a little bit skeptical in regards to their motives for offering these things to you, right? However, the Garden and the Gate says, look, you can only gain so much out of being in this place of comfortability and complacency, right? You've made this nice little place for yourself, and that's great, but there's only so much that you can do there, right? If you're not expanding, if you're not getting out of your comfort zone, if you're not seeing what's on the other side of that horizon, how do you ever expect to come into this place of abundance and prosperity? So this temple path is kind of waiting for you to get out of your comfort zone, waiting for you to go beyond the and I'm not saying this in a judgmental way, but it's almost like you've created this little sanctuary for yourself, this little box for yourself, and everything that makes you feel comfortable is inside that little box. So there is no room for anything that takes you out of your comfort zone. And Spirit is asking you, it's 2:34 on my clock at the moment, Spirit is asking you to do something that takes you out of your comfort zone, to go beyond your comfortability, to go beyond what makes you feel comfortable, to get out there and walk this path and see what you're capable of, see what you're able to create. There's a lot of blossoming here, and there's a lot of beauty here, and this cornucopia is having it all. But how do you know you can have it all if you haven't tried? How do you know that you can have more than what you've already created for yourself if you haven't tried to create more by expanding and getting out there and going for it and doing what it is that you're being guided to do? Now, if this is someone offering you an opportunity and you're a little bit skeptical because of their motives, is that skepticism real, or are you just making excuses to not, get out there and do something for yourself, to put yourself in this position of abundance and opportunity? So here you are. Oh, I'm looking for something, but I don't know what I'm looking for, so I'm going to stay in this place of comfortability and complacency, right? It's almost like you have this feeling of being alone, but you don't allow yourself to move. You have this feeling of being abandoned, but you don't let anyone else in. You have this feeling of being cast aside, but you've created this nice little comfortable box for yourself, and no one is allowed in it unless they match your energy of comfortability and complacency, right? So how do you expect to step into that energy of cornucopia and step on this new path if you're not allowing yourself to expand? So we have the winds of change here, and we have the Hermit's lantern. So I think the Hermit is showing you, like, beyond your gate there is more, right? So we have the Queen of Cups energy, and there's this imagination, this, I imagine that I'm a mother. I imagine that I'm in this place of abundance and prosperity. I imagine that I'm in this place that I always dreamed of, fantasized about. I'm being nurtured. I'm being cared for. There's empathy and compassion towards my towards me and my desires. My nose is burning. There's empathy and compassion toward my dreams and desires. I'm in this place of fun. I'm in this place of, now it's great that you are imagining that, but the first step to that is removing yourself from this box, removing yourself, moving beyond what you're comfortable. So the Seven of Pentacles is nurturing what you have created, and that's great, but you have to step into your divine power. You have to step into this place of taking ownership and taking control for your life, right? Taking ownership for your wants, needs, dreams, and desires, and taking control of the direction that you're going. The Hierophant is connecting with organizations, connecting with people who can make a difference in your life, connecting. Now, it's not doing anything to extreme. It's not going to extreme one way or the other, and it's not stepping out of the box. I mean, it's not stepping out of the box and going, I give up everything that I've ever worked for and ever dreamed of and ever imagined to, be completely completely what's the word, Spirit? To have nothing and then build everything back up. I knew people who would do that. I knew someone who was an alcoholic, and he was sober for a very long time. He was a professional bodybuilder. He had all these wonderful things going for him, but for some reason it became boring. So he started drinking again. He lost his job, and he did it all to get back down to the bare bones of completely nothing. Homelessness, alcoholic, lost his job, lost all these competitions, lost his backing, his sponsors, lost all of this to see if he could do it again, if he could build himself up again. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're not asking you to give up what you've created for yourself. We're asking you to expand, right? Expand what you've created for yourself. There is more for you. You don't have to stay in this place of comfortability and complacency and fear that if you go beyond what it is that you're comfortable with, that you're going to lose it. That's not the case at all. There is so much more out there for you that by staying where you are, you're just limiting yourself, right? And it's an emotional attachment, and sometimes those emotional attachments can be very limiting and very limiting and very hard on. It's really weird that there's this energy of being very much focused and standing your ground about being where you are, right? And I kind of feel that there are people going, well, this is a great opportunity, and this is a great opportunity, and this is a great opportunity, and it's a really important that if you want to further this career or that career, that you need to expand and do this and focus on this and follow this path, and we want to offer you this path, and we want to create this energy for you that allows you to go forward, and you're very much, well, I've done pretty good here, and I think I'm okay with where I am. And here's that King of Pentacles. So you are walking away from an emotional situation, and maybe it's the conversation. Maybe it's the conversation with other people. You're tired of having the conversation about expanding. You're tired of having the conversation about going past your limitations. You're tired of having the conversations about stepping out of the box. Maybe you're quite okay with where you are, and the King of Pentacles is like, hey, look over here. Look what you can have. Look what you can manifest. I mean, look what I was able to do for myself, and you can do that for yourself too. The King of Pentacles says there's this transformation and transition and ascension that you have the opportunity to step into if you would just allow yourself a little bit more room to step outside of that comfort zone. And so I think with the Six of Swords, you're looking at things from a very different perspective, and maybe you're starting to think that people are right. Maybe you're starting to think that there is a new path out there for you that can bring in the abundance and the prosperity, and that the person who's offering you this chance is doing it because they know that you deserve it. It's not what can I do for you and what can you do for me? It's let me help you expand. Let me help you see how your life can be. Let me show you the rest of the world. There's a lot of hesitation here, though. There is a lot of hesitation. I feel it within me. There is a hesitation to kind of speak about it. There is a hesitation to even allow it to verbally like come out of my mouth. So the garden and the gate again is asking you to go beyond where you're comfortable into this world of pleasure, of cornucopia, of bounty, of abundance, of stability, of growth, of imagination, of inspiration. Let me show you things you've never seen before, right? And it all starts with that temple path. It all starts right there. And there is this fear that you'll go from this beautiful garden in the gate to this Five of Pentacles energy, but there are things that you imagine, and I kind of feel that you are, I mean, you live in this beautiful plush place that you've made for yourself. So yes, you are nurturing all of that, but there is always more. There is always more. And the Hierophant is kind of like, step into this energy, take control of your life, and go and see the more. Go to the school, go to the organization, go to this, go to that, do it. Just go and do it. And with that Eight of Cups, it's like, I'm tired of having this conversation. It's too much for me. And maybe you were abandoned at some point in time, and you really don't trust that people have your best interest at heart. Maybe someone promised you something so many times and let you down that you really don't want to think about it or deal with it on an emotional level. But that King of Swords energy is saying, let me show you what things can be. The judgment, the ascension, the transformation, you stepping into your personal power and your physical power. And that Six of Swords maybe has you, going in a completely different direction mentally. Well, let me look at this from a different perspective. You're saying, let the winds of change blowing yet again. We have fall and we have winter. And then the Page of Pentacles has you at this crossroads, on this new path, looking and feeling abundant. I call the Page of Pentacles the no fucks given card, because he's at this crossroad and he's choosing what direction to take by flipping a quarter. I mean, map in front of him, very intuitive, very open, very thankful, a lot of gratitude here, a lot of growth here, a lot of intuition here. So I think that you make the right decision in time, right? Maybe by the end of October, or maybe even by the new year, you make a decision that, maybe I am in this place of comfortability and complacency. Maybe I am in this place of not allowing myself to expand. Maybe I am in this place of not allowing myself to see what else there can be, the prosperity, the blessings, the transformation. And so at some point in time, we have to release and let go of those things that we've been holding on to that has been stopping you from manifesting, from transitioning. And that is a whole grieving process in itself, right? There are things that happen in our lives that we hold on to that hold us back. And by holding us back, it doesn't allow us to expand. It lives in our imagination, what we desire to do, but not in our reality, because we fear rejection. We fear failure. So we have ascension. I talked about ascension with the Judgment card, butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. So we have a lot of transformation, a lot of end of cycles, a lot of new beginnings. I talked a moment ago about being let down by others. I talked a moment ago of maybe the reason why you fear failure is because you were hurt or abandoned, or somebody who you really trusted and loved let you down. That ancestry and legacy tradition, I just want to say this. Every single one of us has the potential of cutting the cords from this ancestral, whatever it is, this generational, these generational curses, or these ancestral curses, right? We all have the opportunity of cutting those cords, or those roots, if you will, and creating new ones for generations to come, right? For your children or your children's children or your children's children, or maybe with you and it stops there, right? Maybe you're the one that breaks it. Maybe you're the one that breaks it and makes it, right? So as far as the root card goes, and it's number 10, there is this transition into doing something different. I kind of feel like you're like cutting yourself from the roots of this generational past thing, and you are planting new seeds for yourself. We have wholeness, integration, and repressed emotions. That whole grieving thing, I think this is really time for you to do a lot of shadow work, and get to the bare basics of why you feel, or why you may feel, that trusting other people wouldn't be beneficial to you, why you may feel that getting out of your comfort zone wouldn't be beneficial to you, why you feel that expanding and moving past your limitations wouldn't be beneficial for you, why you feel that planting those seeds wouldn't be beneficial for you. I feel like you have a lot of hurt and pain in your past, and I feel like maybe you have just surrendered to, this is it, this is my life, and there'll never be anything more than. But there is so much more than what it is that you see and hear and feel and touch and taste at this moment. And for you to experience that, you have to go beyond, right? We have seasonal harvest. So this is you've planted the seeds, and now you're reaping the rewards of that. And listen to the wisdom of those who have come before you. Listen to the wisdom of those who are older than you. Listen to the wisdom of your angels, your guides, your ancestors. Your ancestors right now are rooting for you to create something more of your life than they could ever have, right, in their lifetime. And their ancestors before them and their ancestors before them. So you have this wonderful cheerleading team who really wants to see those roots. I don't want to offend anyone if I was to say to see those chains broken, right? To see those roots re-nurtured, the seeds replanted, the roots grown stronger, more vibrant, more resilient. And if you are the first person in your family to be able to do that, to be able to step into this prosperity and these blessings and this transformation and create something more out of your life than those before you and before them, then that's exceptional. That's such an amazing opportunity to have at your feet. And it's also a very, a lot of, I don't want to call it a burden, because I don't think it is a burden, but it's a lot of energy to take on. It's a lot of responsibility to carry. And I can see to where all of that responsibility would most likely make you uncomfortable, but you have a chance to really excel. You have a chance to really transition and transform your life. And it's all for the better. It's all for the better. So if that is what you desire, if changing history is what you desire, then this is your opportunity in the month of October, Virgo. So I hope that helps. Know you're divinely guided in love.